There we go. Hello everybody, welcome back to Paradox Gamer playing Sandstorm, Order of Battle. And just one note about the stream tonight. It's going to be a little bit shorter than the other streams because this scenario is, I think it's about 1 hour, maybe 1 hour and a half. And I'm not going to play two scenarios today. So that's what we're looking at. Also, I will be going on vacation soon, so that means the next couple of weeks I will not be streaming. But then after those couple of weeks, I will be back and finishing this campaign, obviously. By the way, if you opt for the other secondary objective, the one that offers a flanking attack option, you get to play a different operation. I'm not sure. I mean, I haven't played the other option, so yeah, that might be the case. But in any case, we're going for Operation Wüstenkönig, which is the Desert King in German. It's Tunisia, and it's March 1943. As the Allied forces in Northwest Africa gradually increase in strength and numbers, the battle-weary Africa Corps seeks to defend them in a final decisive battle. Maybe one of the other viewers can answer that, Byron XP. Because I can't, I just haven't played it. Sounds reasonable though. Alright, let's go for the briefing here. Oberkommandherr and Commander Supremo have agreed on Operation Wüstenkönig, composed of 2 stages. This must lead to a decisive battle with the Allied armies deployed along the border of Algeria and Tunisia. First, the Axis forces must follow a limited and specific road north, where they will establish an advantageous staging ground for the second part of the operation. Because our troops and supplies are nearing exhaustion, this strategy takes a high but necessary risk. It is therefore vital to follow the objective strictly during the first stages of this operation. Going anywhere nice for vacation? I think so. I'm going to Krakow, which is in Poland, which is a nice medieval city. Primary objectives: capture Lviv. No special award. It's pretty close to our staging areas, so it's not a lot of ground that needs to be covered in these 25 turns. And secondaries: protect the fuel depot. We have a fuel depot here, and if the fuel dump near Tala can be protected from enemy attack, we will be able to deploy our forces on the Allied flank in the upcoming operation. So apparently we get another option for a flanking attack if we can secure that depot. Destroy 3 enemy fighters. We will face less experienced pilots in fewer operations if enough damage is dealt to the Allied air forces. We definitely will be doing that. Hello Lancer, welcome. And Redster is back. And Neuhauser C. I think we are all we're all gathered again. Anyway, let's get some stuff done. So I promised you guys Tiger tanks, right? I got 1,000 points for the first time in this campaign. And the only question is, am I gonna go for 1 or am I gonna go for 2? So we have Rommel on the Panzer E. I think I'm gonna keep that as a Panzer E model for the nice attack on infantry. And then we're gonna take one of these F2 models, and I might as well take the one with 5 stars and upgrade that to a Tiger H model here for 225 points. And we'll place that over here on the paved road. I shall also say that there's a heat wave going on here, so I have the fan on full power blowing at me. Hopefully that's not interfering with the microphone or anything. If it does, please let me know. Okay. So what do you guys think? Should I get 1 or 2 tigers? I could also upgrade it again to a king tiger. No, they don't have that option. Maybe that comes later on, I'm not sure. We can also get the Flampanzer. This is a Panzer III with a flamethrower attached to it instead of a gun. I love those. But in the game terms, I don't know, it's not really necessary. Besides, we're all on Panzer IVs now. Right, so the tactic here is to get a heavy attack up the right flank, take Eba Kasur, and continue to Le Caf. Meanwhile, the troops around Tala will more or less be screening troops. They will be screening the main assault from the flank. The other flank is protected by the edge of the map, so we don't have to worry too much about that. Slight fan noise, but sounds fine. Those Flampanzers are good for barbecue. I actually like the half-track flamethrower tank, or half-track flamethrower. What do you call that? I don't think we have those. No. Guess they would be here, right? I'm pretty sure they had a flamethrower on each side, so they could like flame on both sides of the vehicle. Not for a long time, but that could be done. That's really something. Right, so 1 or 2... I think we're just starting with 1 tiger then. You guys didn't comment on that. So I think I'm gonna just stick with the 1. And that's gonna be flanked by my Rommel Panzer E model. And one of the F2 models. And then we're gonna have the Italian tank, the M16. The reason why I want that over here is because I want that to take more damage than my own tanks, and I previously have experienced that if I have this tank around, the enemy will usually go for it. So it can soak up a lot of points, a lot of damage, and I have 2,000 Italian points, so I have absolutely nothing to spend it on, unless I go on a complete upgrade frenzy. So we're going to put that over there as well, and then we're going to put the German artillery over here as well. Right, so we still got 20 points, so we need the other tanks over here on this side. Something like that. And then we have to choose between 1 Fallschirmjäger and the recon vehicle. Or maybe I should take this one actually. The AA gun. That's 4. But then I would not be able to take the Fallschirmjäger, but I could take one of the regular infantry units. Okay, let's try that. So this one will be able to protect my depot. We can just put it somewhere around, somewhere down here. And that leaves me with 4 points. And we're going to take the regular German infantry, which can be upgraded to 43. And placed over here. So when do the upgrades to these come in? The upgrades? Hello Tango96, welcome to the chat. Oh, I'm not clicking on those links while I'm streaming, so I have no idea what you are gonna go for there. 42 Italian command points. Now these are mostly artillery and of course infantry for the rest of the money. So I want all the artillery, obviously. We're gonna get that just on the road here. Like that. And then the Semovente, obviously. There. We also have the AA gun, which I will position here so it can cover the fuel depot and the airfield as well. That leaves us with 20 points for infantry. Now we can have all the best infantry here. Let's put this one over here, one of the best Italian infantry, and then I think one more. Yeah, we can take this. Now this guy is gonna go over here, and this guy will go over here, and then we can get 2 more. So 2.5 stars, doesn't really matter which one we pick. 1 there, and 3.5 this guy. Oh, we can upgrade them. Did almost miss that. Let's go back and upgrade all the ones over here. This one. Maybe I should upgrade the artillery as well. Get all this crap updated. Yeah, why not? I do have 2,000 points. So we could upgrade the artillery to some... Well, that would require some operation points, but this one can be upgraded to the 32 Mod 37 model. And this one cannot be upgraded, but maybe these can. Yeah, I could upgrade them to the 149. Might as well do that. There should be one more here. There we go. More potent stuff. So that's all my land forces. Paul Winter is back. Hello, welcome to the stream. No, it's a joke. If someone made a mod for an alternate history where German made sci-fi exosuits for their infantry, that might be what they would look like. Oh, okay. Yeah, there's all those Nazi movies with, what are they called? On the moon and in the center of the earth and all that stuff. Really weird stuff. Anyway, let's get some planes in the air. Only 17 command points for Germany. That means I cannot deploy all my stuff. Obviously, I want the 2 Stukas. They could not upgrade, could they? No, they're already upgraded. Get them up. And then we're gonna need some fighters to get that secondary objective. So we want the Messerschmitt. I think we're gonna go for both of the Messerschmitts. And then we can get one of the Focke-Wulfs as well. This one is already upgraded. And we can get the Stork. Did that die last time? Yeah, I guess so. Stork up. And then the Italian aircraft, where we have the Folgore, obviously. Can that upgrade to anything? Well, what is this? The Veltro. The Veltro is much better. Why don't we upgrade it then? Get that up here. We can get both of the Bredas up. Can they upgrade? No. Both of the Bredas up, and then we can get some of the imams to scout a little bit. One there. One there, and let's buy one more. There we go. Get that over here. I think that's all for now. We could get one more Stork as well, but that's not necessary. So let's start it up here. So what we initially see is some US engineers and some British infantry. So let's get our recons out first and foremost. We have an imam here. Let's go there. Get the Stork up here. We got an imam going over there. And the last imam can go there. Okay, so we do see a lot of enemy units around here. And this is why this is going to be some kind of slogfest, because there's just a lot of enemy units. Now, not that many over here. This is the path that we're taking. So what we see right in front of us here is some British heavy infantry, backed up by Crusader Mark III and some more guys in the mountains. So we can make an initial attack. I don't think we can see them with the artillery, no. Initial attack with the Stukas could go for either the heavy or the Crusader. Now let's see if we can actually reach that with the Tiger. We could, and it's probably not going to take any damage. So I'm going to go up with the Tiger. Nice. That's what a spearhead is all about. Now, I don't want it to go out of the paved road, so I'm just going to leave it there. And we're going to support it with the Panzers. Now, the M16 can actually go all the way up there, but as we can see, we'll take a lot of damage from that. So the Stukas are going to hit that Crusader hard. That will take it down to 7. And now the M16 is doing a much better job. There we go. Right, so we're slowly advancing up with those guys. We want the infantry to come up there. The artillery will come up behind. And then the truck-borne Italian infantry will follow suit. Those movies were so bad, yeah. Terrible movies. Sandstorm Panzerkleins. Alright, that was this side. We still have the fighters. Let's go on to this side. Now there's a British infantry right in front of us that we can probably hit with some artillery. Let's see how far we can shoot. Oh, this is nice. Look at the range on this thing. Alright, so we're shooting up the front enemy units. We also have the Breda. There's an enemy artillery piece over here. It's an M2A1 howitzer, 105mm. That's a nasty piece of machinery. So why don't we hit that with our Bredas? Now that will take it down slightly to 7. Not as dangerous. I guess the Veltro could do some damage to it as well. Yeah, one more damage there. Okay, so let's move up with our tanks. Let's take this one first. Just move straight up here, take a shot. Nice. Okay, we're gonna destroy them no matter what. Let's see if we can get some infantry up there. No, it's too far. Okay, so let's just do it with the tank. So the British unit's eliminated. We'll move the infantry up as far as we can. We can even get a shot in on those engineers. Let's do that. The OOB map is really nice looking, nicely placed ridges. Yeah, it's a beautiful map indeed. Now, can we get some trucks up here? I think they should be safe. I don't think enemy units can come wandering up to them if they just go there. And then we want this AA gun situated somewhere around here. So the depot is protected by 2 AA guns at this point. And we still have the fighters. I guess for now They could do some stray runs on there's a Stuart here. Let's try and stray run that. I mean, there's nothing else really. We might get a shot in. Yeah, 1 damage there. So that was those guys, and I think that's it. This one is going to sleep. Just waiting for enemy units to attack the depot. So, turn number 1 enemy. British units on the right side takes a mortar shot. The Crusader actually tries to hit my... No, it just blocks my way. That's fine. I think it's stuck for you guys, yeah. But not much is going on. In the west we have a couple of American units coming my way. And they can do some serious damage to Italian guys, so gotta be a little bit careful. The artillery opens up and actually shoots at the depot. Ah, that's tricky. So 2 damage to the depot. That means I'm gonna have to stick with my plan on firing at it with the Raiders, and actually also with the Veltro. That will take it down to 3, and we should be fine with that. This one will go here and go to sleep. So we just have a permanent view over the situation over here. We do have a M20 scout car and some US infantry 43 coming up this way. We cannot allow them to get to the depot. So I think we're going to swing the artillery that way and start working on these guys. Gotta love that artillery. We can even bring one of the tanks back down to take a nice shot on that scout car. Although it would probably evade. Yeah, it does evade some of the damage. That takes it out of the way, and my infantry here can take a shot at the US infantry. So we should be okay here. Actually, let's get the Simoventa closer so we can take a shot on the enemy artillery there. And we still have a couple of infantry left. Let's bring this one down to take another shot at the infantry. And let's take this EMAM a little further up so we can see what's actually going on up here. Now this is interesting. So we have a M8, which is an artillery, which can reach to here. And there's a 3.7-inch mountain howitzer, which can reach a little bit further back. But we should be okay here without getting hit by that artillery. Now there is a Stuart here that can come down. So we're positioning the tank right next to. Alright, over here. The Stukas are still there and ready to go. I don't think we need to hit the Crusader anymore. So we could hit the British infantry in the mountains. We could also save them a little bit for later. Why don't we bring the Italian M16 all the way up here, take a shot at that Crusader, which will go back this way, and that's where we will hit it with this one. Follow up on that. Bring the Tiger up the road. It's still disorganized from that move. And then we're gonna bring the E model with Rommel in it. Hang on, the infantry. How far up can it go? Only the Germans can hit them. So we're gonna bring them up here. And I guess we're just gonna shell them with the artillery first. And then take that shot. And there's no need to follow them into the mountains. We just take Rommel around this way. And then connect up the 2 areas with one of the Italian infantry units. And bring the other one north. That still leaves us with the Stork. Let's see what we have up here. a lot of stuff. We have an EMAM somewhere around here. There it is. Bring it up here. And I think that was it. We still have the Stukas, that's right, the Stukas. So we are gonna hit these guys, then we can actually take out this one. Why not? Let's just take it out. Okay, so they're gone, and then we can start hitting the other one. Like that. And we still have the fighters as well. We just keep straight running that Steward, I guess. Which takes it down to 7. And that's the end of the move. These guys will go to sleep. Yeah, and that's it. Let's check the chat here. Hi all, this game looks interesting, kind of reminds me of Panzer General. Grey Knight, 22 I guess. Yeah, war games. And welcome to the chat, welcome to the stream. This guy is going to sleep, and let's hit the turn button. Alright, so in the east the British are heading back, and we're getting some Americans heading my way in the west, attacking my Italian infantry. So far it's fine. Let's see if the Stuart is heading my way as well. But runs into the tank and decides not to do anything about it. The M20 makes contact again, you can see this now. Still no enemy aircraft around. The M20 decides it's had enough and heads back home. In the north we have, what is that, a Grant coming down? No, it's another Stuart. And some infantry moving in on my positions. I think the white, oh, we got company. Sucks. Hits one of my Stukas. So we got a P-38 Lightning right there. It did take 3 damage itself. And we do have the fighters right here. So let's take the Veltro first. And the Messerschmitts. And that actually takes it out right away. Okay, we're gonna bite the apple and land this one. And we still got a couple of fighters left. Let's scout a little bit and see if we have other aircraft incoming. Does not seem to be the case. What about over here? No. Alright. So the Braiders will continue to attack the artillery. Takes it down to 1. And my artillery over here, I think I need to get something positioned further north, because that's where they're coming from. So we're gonna get some more artillery up here. We're just gonna hit these guys first. With these two. And I don't think we have to fear anything from those guys. Now let's get the tank up into action here. I will simply just replenish the infantry and hit the Stuart. Start moving these guys north. And I think we're done over here. That takes us back to the ground level here. We still have a couple of fighters. We have 1 fighter left, I think. This one. And the Stuka. So what is the Stuka going to do? I don't think I really need it to take the town. I'd rather much use it to hit some of those guys in the mountains. And then bring up the Tiger, take a shot. bring the M16 up. It's probably gonna get hit with a lot of enemy forces, but it's fine. That's exactly what it's there for, to take the brunt of the attack. Rommel, we'll just bring him a little bit closer here. There, and then we have some infantry that we'll send up behind. Nice and easy. The artillery will now follow the pursuit. This fighter is down to 9, but I have a feeling that there'll be more aircraft coming. So let's just take that shot on the steward. And that should conclude. This guy hasn't moved. Okay, let's go over there. Another artillery piece. Okay. Right. Turn 3 Allied. I'll talk you through it here. Right, so the British infantry in the east is moving south, which could pose a threat. And the US guys in the town attacks my M16 tank as expected. And in the west, we do have some US movement. Let's see how much they bring at me. It's not really a lot, so I think we should be okay. There's a Jeep coming in with a heavy machine gun. Does not take a shot. And the M20, you can see this now, the M20 is back, but decides to not engage. More infantry arriving. And that artillery piece is moving closer. That is an M10. Tank Hunter. We got the Steward coming in here. It does take a shot at the M16. The Jeep will probably also. And we have a... is that a Mitchell? And a fighter. Nice. Now the Lightning actually serves as a fighter in determining the secondary objective. This is a P-40 Warhawk, and indeed that's a P-25G Mitchell. And it looks like it's going for the depot. So what do? Do we take out the Mitchell or the Warhawk? I think I can go for both. Let's see. Alright, 5 damage to the P-40. Another 2 damage. And then I'm going to take the Mitchell down by 3. So its attack will not be as dangerous. We also have the Veltro, which can either do 2 damage on either one. So I'm going to go for the Mitchell. Okay. So I'm not afraid of the Warhawk at this point, down to 3 damage. Which means the Stuka can bomb whatever it wants to bomb, and we'll get this Stuka back up to full. Let's see if we can get rid of that artillery piece here. Yeah. And we should perhaps start working on this artillery piece up here with the other Breda. Okay, so here on this side. So what we have here is a little bit of, 4 strength, 3 strength, and 7 strength units. Let's bomb these guys one more time, no effect. Just take a shot at them. Move these guys 1 forward and take another shot. That should take them down to 3. Okay, that's good enough. They're still there though, hanging tough. Alright, up here. Now we have some incoming enemy units. Let's start working on them. Now we're just outside the range of the M8 over here. Let's take that shot on the Steward. That should take it out. Yes. The others will just dig in here, but I think they will change their positions. These two will change positions so we can take a shot on these guys in the mountains. Let's wait with this guy in the middle and move these guys over here first. So we still have the Stuka, mind you, which I think we're gonna land on these guys over here in the mountains. Obviously we're gonna take this shot here that will drive them back. And this is when we move these guys up and finish them off. Almost. Okay. So artillery will hit these guys here. And the infantry can take that shot as well. Let's follow these guys because otherwise they might just circle around. So we'll follow them into the mountains, and we have plenty of tanks around here to do the dirty work. Now the question is, we have to use the Tiger to finish all these guys, so we'll not regain organization. And then we'll take the E model, take Ebekasur, and destroy these guys. And then bring up the F2 model, take a shot at that Jeep. The M16 will simply replenish in place. Now the Stork over here, I think we'll just take that to sleep. This one will go over there, maybe over here. Take this one out a little bit. To here, get it to sleep. So that leaves what? Oh, the Simovente. Bring up the Simovente to here. Take a shot. Okay. Right. So that was 4 turns. We already have taken the first town, but as we see, what we got here: Valentine Mark 8, a Stuart, Sherman 2, a Bishop over here, plenty of infantry. So yeah, we're not there yet. Let's see what the Mitchell can do. Turn 4 Allied. Okay, the Warhawk returns to base, and the Mitchell does the same. So we have avoided further losses to the depot. The Bishop moves down and takes a shot, and here comes the Sherman. Sherman is moving in, and also the Stuart. Probably try and, yeah, it's gonna hit the M16, which I probably have to take out next turn. I'll just evaluate. It will take 3 shots every turn, so it could be killed off completely, and I don't want that to happen. I just want it to absorb the most of the damage. We have more infantry arriving, more artillery. Is that artillery or an AT gun? It's difficult to see. It does look like an AT gun, doesn't it? Another Sherman arrives. And the Tank Hunter is also incoming. And more infantry behind that. The damaged Stuart is returning. And also the skin attack in the west has petered out completely. Now let's start by going down here because we know they're in here. I just don't want to get caught by something. These guys will just dig in there. Righty, so that takes us up here. There's no immediate danger. So I think we're gonna start hitting that M8 and the Bishop with the Bredas, and these guys will take another shot here. So let's take the artillery, fire at these guys. That takes us over here, where we can get the Stuka up. Back in business. Now we definitely want to hit that Sherman. I think that's a priority. Now the Valentine is equally good. Let's take the 3 damage on the Sherman. It's only 2 though. And I think this is where we take the M16 back for 1 turn. Replenishes it. Move these guys through the mountains here. Will not fire the Tiger. It will just regain organization, and the Panzer IVs will do the job over here. Okay. So Rommel will stay in the town, and we'll get these guys up to help. And the German infantry will be right behind, just there. Artillery. We can move it up. Oh, let's see. We can actually engage anyone attacking our main line here, so let's just stay put and take shots. This one though, I will move further up. Right, we still have all the fighters, and they are starting to run out of fuel. Maybe if we take one of the EMAMs over here, just to see where is that Mitchell. It's right there. Can we reach that from here? We can. Why don't we take an expedition out and shoot it down then? Alright, it's gone. And then we still have the Veltro, which can take a shot at the Bishop. Let's try that. Yeah, 1 damage. Nice. That leaves the Tiger is not gonna move. Rommel is not gonna move. These guys are not gonna move. These guys are not gonna move. This one will just stay put, I guess. So take it to sleep there. Okay. See if there's anything in the chat here. Hello, I redeemed a code with Slith. How do I get the code? By messaging here. Pixel already responded that if you redeem something from the Slith store, Slytherin group usually will whisper to you the next day on Twitch with the code. Thank you for the answer for that. Let's go with turn 5. Allied. Right. The Americans are actually replenishing their troops. Something you don't see that often. The jeeps the jeep comes in, but does not take a shot. The Bishop is heading back up. Fresh British infantry is coming closer, and here comes the Sherman. It will face my Panzer IV, but we'll take the shot, which is a stupid move. I take 1 damage, but the Sherman takes 6, I think. No, 5 damage. And the Stuart is also killing itself off, it looks like. Yeah. Okay, and then we have the Valentine. Will probably attack the infantry. Yeah, that's fine. Italian infantry. By all means, attack them. So the Valentine cuts my units, my army in 2, so to speak. And in the west you can see that now he's trying to move around me. And I only have the 2 infantry units to protect everything. Alright, just gotta be aware of that. It's not really dangerous because they can only move 1 hex at a time. I do not like that M10. That's gonna be really, really nasty, and I need my Stukas for that. The P-40 Warhawk is back, and it's protected by a 40mm, so I'm not gonna mess with that. Can the Stuka hit anything at all? No, it's just out of range of anything. So just move it up here. The other Stuka is going for the Valentine here. So I think now is a good time to move these guys back to here, replenish. I would really like to get the Tiger into action against the Valentine. So I think we're going to go this way with Rommel. And then get the Tiger into Epicadur. Boom. Bye bye. And then we could do some revenging with the Panzer IV. I don't think we will kill it off, but almost. Let's use the infantry for the Sherman though. Then the artillery is gonna hit these guys. Bring up the M16 and take a shot. Get these guys out of the mountain so they can regain their organization. Now we still have all the fighters over here. They're just gonna simply return and stay near the Stukas. Take another shot. Take a shot at the Wolverine, the M10. That will be my target for artillery as soon as it comes into play. The artillery will rest this turn. Let's get this one further up, by the way. And it looks like we might have to go down here just to stop them. And then take this shot here. Okay. Frontline units here will not do anything other than the Simovente. Take this shot, and we'll do this. And I think that we have the Braiders. The Braiders will attack as usual. The M8. Where's the other one? Where's the other Braider? I can't see it. Okay, let's scroll through and see if we find it. There it is. Yeah, let's hit that Wolverine again. Nice. Okay. I think that's it for the turn. Whispers is the little speech bubble icon to the left bottom of the chat. If you want, you can always send a whisper to Slytherin group to let them know too. Since it's weekday, your chances are better than during weekends where you have to wait for Monday. Alright. I think we're going with turn 6. Allied. Now the P40 comes down a bit, but not really threatening anything. The Jeep is moving aimlessly around. The Bishop takes a shot. No damage. Fresh British troops in the east, you can't see that. They take a shot at the M16, which is exactly what I want, as I've said many times. It's really a bullet magnet, so to speak. And I have endless pools of Italian points to just get it back up again. As long as it doesn't die, then we should be fine. Now I gotta say something. I think it looks like an artillery piece and not an AT gun. I think I should probably check that. There's also an aircraft incoming. Let's see, this is a howitzer, so that's definitely artillery. and is now in range of all my tanks. Okay. Now I wonder what this is. I could just bring the EMAM up here just to see what it is. That's another P-38 Lightning. And a B-24 Liberator. That's probably going for the depot. The P-38 though, gotta be careful with that. And I'm running out of fuel. Okay. So let's start by taking down the Warhawk. The Stukas, they're probably gonna run into the P-38 no matter what. So I think I'm gonna go for this howitzer. 5 damage. And the Bishop. And the Breda will do this. And this. So that were the bombers. And then we have 3 fighters here. I should probably just land them one at a time. The P-38 will be all over me next turn. Yeah, I have to land one of them now. So let's land this one. The other 2 will shadow the Stukas. So they will go there. Okay. Over here on this side we have 1 artillery that can fire. We'll fire on the enemy infantry. And once again we'll bring the Armado back. And then I think it's time to clean up some of the stuff here. These guys will replenish. So I think we can go get that out of the way. Get that out of the way. Get that out of the way. And then take a shot at the infantry up here. So we have the stalk here. We can see there's nothing else up here. There's just these infantry units. Let's bring it up here and check. Yeah, there's nothing there. So the road to Le Kef is already open. On this side we're not really doing anything. Apparently he decided not to move the Wolverine up here. So the artillery is going to do its thing. Crush these guys over here. Let's see if they actually die from that. Yes, nice. I like when you eliminate enemy units so they are not gonna get back up. Over here I think I need some vision. Okay, there they are. So they're actually heading back, which means I'm also starting to head back out of the mountains. These guys will dig in right there, I guess. That's fine. And the tanks still are not moving. When they're not moving, they're not losing any strength points, and that means I'm preserving a lot of points over here. Let's see, can I... No, I can't see that now. Okay, let's just go through it. No, that's it. Checking the chat again here. So how are the Italian Armado tanks? Good versus infantry? Well, we can just check it here. It's 10-12 attack and 13-15 on the defense. If you compare that to, let's say, a E model, then it's slightly better against armor, but much worse against infantry. And if you compare it to an F model, it's very much worse against armor and slightly worse against infantry. So there's no way in hell the Italian armor is ever going to be better than the German, but this trick with just buying one of them and make it a punching bag, so to speak, That works quite well. I imagine they are lighter than most of the German armored units. Yeah, definitely. PS359, I would like to buy this DLC, but geez, sales, please. Well, this is a new DLC, it's probably not going to go on sale just yet. What happened? Something blew up. I heard the sound of that, but I'm not sure what that was. Here comes the bomber. Let's see what the P-38 is doing. The British infantry is attacking my German infantry, and I think my guys are holding up nicely. Yeah, they're just actually destroying the enemy units. Okay, here comes the P-38. It's attacking one of the Bredas, which is perfect. In the southwest, they are coming through the mountains again. And with the Sherman incoming. But it's coming in the west as well. So he did not attack the Stukas, which is nice. Very nice. We can just land the Breda. So we need to destroy this P-38 in order to get the objective. Let's land this one. And I guess we can attack with all my fighters, because they can land down here, no problem. Where are they? Here. Okay, so let's start with this one. Four damage. The Focke-Wulf. Also 4 damage. Maybe the Veltro can actually take it out. Yeah, I think we got it. So we have destroyed 3 enemy fighters. The remaining fighter is down here at 9 strength. I think we'll just get it up straight away. And let's head it over this way. And that leaves us with 2 Stukas and 1 Breda. No, the Breda has to land, so let's land it. But these 2 Stukas are good to go. What do we want to bomb here? Maybe just the Sherman. Well, let's start with the artillery then, because that can actually reach the Sherman. So let's do that. This one cannot reach though. Let's get it up further. Get these guys out here. I think we're gonna leave the EMAM down here so we get permanent vision on these guys in the mountains. Right. So I dare the Sherman to come down now. I'll just replenish these guys. And that means we can use the Stukas for artillery banging. Bishop is out. And there's still the other one here. That's down to 1 strength point now. Nice. So, artillery here can... I think we're just gonna move it up. Alright, so how do we do this? Let's start with these guys. Take out the engineers. And then bring up... they can't quite reach without using trucks. So we're not interested in that. We're interested in getting the Tiger. Hang on, there's also an artillery piece up here somewhere. Yeah, there it is. And that can reach all the way up there. But the Tiger can go up paved road. Okay, it's not gonna attack those guys for sure. Rommel's going straight up here and destroys these guys. Move up. And we can take the other Panzer over here, no problem. Now, I just realized we do have the Sherman, and it's able to actually take Ebakasur. So let's move the infantry in there, and then replenish the Germans, replenish the Amato, and get the artillery up to a reasonable place up here. Now this is a very controlled offensive. Bring this one down here. We can see what's coming. We got air superiority, and we got plenty of time. So I don't see a real big problem in this scenario. Yeah, I think that's it. Pixel says, I'm sure the experienced stars help too. Oh yeah, the mean on the comparison? That is true. Why do I have to pay outsized price? Because the type of war game is niche. And that's because they have to survive as a company, I guess. I haven't been able to beat Burma Road yet. Van Bishop, hello! This is my favorite DLC of the OB series, so I might be biased, but it's worth its full price in my opinion. I think this is actually the best one too. Now we're almost through. There's two more scenarios after this one. It's been really great. Turn 8. Let's see. Okay, the US infantry leaves their entrenched position and moves 1 hex. That makes absolutely no sense. Okay, let's see. Are they bombing the... Yeah, okay, so here comes the first bombing of the depot. I have 2 AA units guarding it. They take 1 damage to the plane. And I couldn't really make out. I think about 3 damage to the depot. That's pretty serious. That means I can probably not take that many more attacks. Now there's a good chance I can actually take that bomber out next turn. We'll see. Now they have a half-track AA gun now attacking my fighters down here. You can see that. Now they're coming with everything they got. Yeah, they got a lot coming in here. But I'm just there waiting. They're not really approaching me at my lines. So now they are moving some infantry forward. Right into my artillery range. Okay, they're sending everything down now. Well, not everything, but a lot is coming in. Not the Wolverine, though. There's another P-38 incoming. So, let me just get a vision on that. Another Mitchell and another Lightning. And then there's that's the bomber, the B-24 Liberator. Let's start firing on that from the ground. 2 damage. And 3 damage. That takes it down to 4. And then we have some fighters. Let's see, some of them have to land. And I gotta get the Braiders up as well. Well, I gotta get 1 Braider up. Let's get it up here and replenish the other one. The Veltro has to land. And the Messerschmitt has to land as well. That just leaves me with a damaged Focke-Wulf, which can do 1 damage. It does 2 though. Maybe the Messerschmitt can finish it off. Not quite. No, still there with 1 point. And a P-38 and another Mitchell incoming. So that's what we're looking at. The Focke-Wulfs are probably going to get targeted by the P-38. So I'm going to bring them down a little bit here and start working on these tanks down here. just to be a little bit closer to home. That was the air units. Okay. To actually take out this artillery in the mountains, I need infantry or my own artillery. Probably gonna be my own artillery then. How much? It needs to go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It has to go there. So this is not good enough. But it's getting closer. So we can move both the artillery pieces close enough for next turn. So we can make use of them one turn like that. Oh, the M16 is back. Let's bring it up here. And we're getting ready for next turn. That's where we'll come in. So just replenish here. Move these guys a little bit closer. Get these guys up on the road. And that's fine. They're not really coming through the mountains. Yeah, they are, but these guys need to replenish. So we have the artillery. Let's go for these guys. That one. Those guys. That one. That one. Yeah. That's good enough. And then the tanks will finish off the steward. And take a big chunk out of that Sherman. There's no way he's gonna come through here. And I think that's the whole thing. Let's see. This guy's organization, gain organization, wait. Okay. Checking the chat here. Talking about the other Slithering games here. Gladius. I don't know if that's a big seller. I haven't played it myself. Warhammer 40k is not my bag of tea, says Van Bishop. Yeah, I'm in that boat as well. Okay, let's just go through with turn 9 then. Now, I might be a little pink in the head. That's because it's steaming hot in here. It's like 30 degrees outside and it's not much cooler in my room. Okay, P-38 did go for a Stuka, but only 1 damage. Oh, maybe more. I didn't see that actually. And the Mitchell is incoming for a run on the depot. Americans are coming through the mountains in the south. It's not a problem. Oh! The armored car actually moved through my lines, so I have to react to that. It does look like a serious counterattack towards my depot. They just don't really have what it takes to break through. And they're coming in piecemeal. And my artillery will take out the front units. And then my ground units will take care of the rest. Okay. So the Liberator went somewhere over here, I think. There it is. We can take that out with 1 fighter, but I think the Mitchell is a bigger problem. So available fighters will go for that. Maybe these guys coming up from here can actually reach, but that's a 7. I need to replenish that. And the Focke-Wulf needs to land, so I'm not going to go after the Liberator. I'm just going to go straight for the Mitchell. Because the now let's see, the Breda first. Take a shot at the Wolverine. It was 2 damage to the Stuka. And then we can get the other Breda up. No, that was the Veltro, and then the Breda. Go there. Replenish the Messerschmitt. Land the Focke-Wulf. And that's pretty much it, isn't it? So that Mitchell can reach the depot next turn. And the P-38 is still there to take some damage on my Stukas. I think we're gonna take this Stuka. This one here. And we're gonna bring it up north. Because we're gonna need it next turn. And we could land this one just to avoid any further damage. He might go for one of the Bredas. It needs to refuel anyway in a couple of turns, so we can land the Stuka. Now, it's time to advance over here. Infantry first. That takes us within reach of this artillery, so we're just gonna go all in on that. And then we have to remember that there's one infantry, US infantry over here. Let's take out this howitzer. So I need to guard against those guys with one of the Italian infantry. And then we need to get my artillery into position, which could be all the way up here. But there's no need to go that far, we can just go there. And there. So, they will start firing on the enemy artillery with the help of the Stuka next turn. Now this guy might want to go down this way, I just gotta see how things are going down here. Yeah, we should probably take out that one. And take a shot here. Van Bishop says that's a nice steady advance. Yep, that's how I like to play. One thing you can really do badly in this game is advance too fast, because you can get cut off and you can lose a lot of points that way. And the requisition points is the backbone of this game. You do not want to run out of those. And if you have the time, take the time. It's like in golf. If you got 2 shots, take 2 shots, right? Now, artillery. I think the targets are the ones in the back, with the infantry incoming there. Well, this one can go there with those 2, and then we can fire on this guy here in the back. The Simovente will just rest for this turn, take a shot here. The reason why I'm not advancing here is both that I would get caught by enemy artillery, and he's coming to me, so there's no reason to advance up that way. So things are still really much under control, which means We could send some infantry up this way. We're gonna need it against the artillery, I guess. Okay. Right. What do we got? This one will not do anything. Somavente, there's only those two left. Okay, let's just go with turn 10. So the British howitzer here in the north is gonna fire. The P-38 is landing. Did not expect that at all. And the Mitchell is attacking my airfield instead of the depot. Wow, it's taking some damage from that. Yeah, you can see this, that's great. Liberator's off. Here comes the attack, and he goes for my artillery, 3 damage. Well, that's a good move. I would have done the same, I guess. Still got American units moving through the mountains down here. But not really threatening. And it looks like the counterattack is slowly but surely petering out. Is there an alternate Rommel wins into this DLC? Well, Rommel lose, I guess, is an alternate ending. I want to check the chat, but I also want to see what's going on here on the screen. Yeah, let's see here. Desert War calls for an artillery heavy setup, just like you seem to have. Everyone loves tanks too much. Artillery is the best, and might I add, for the Germans, Stukas. Stukas are probably the best, and then artillery second. You gotta have some artillery. I'm lagging at every enemy turn. Is this happening to everybody else? Yeah. That's happening to everybody. And that's in the game coding. I mean, I do not have a slow machine, so it's definitely something to do with the game. Now let's get this Mitchell. It's down to 6. I'm gonna take some shots with my ground units. And that's enough to take it out. Also, the P-38 landed up here, which was kind of strange. And that frees up all my fighters. Let's start with the Breda we have down here. Start working on some enemy units. This one. This artillery piece we can hit. And then we have the Veltro. The Veltro can't really do anything here. Maybe do some damage here. Yeah. Now, okay, so we did get some damage to the Focke-Wulf. Let's get that up to 10. The Messerschmitt is at 9. That's good enough. Let's get that up. And remember, we have another Messerschmitt here that we haven't used. But let's wait with that for a second. Do we really want to get the Stuka back to 10? Yeah, I guess so. Now, we're gonna hit the enemy artillery twice. Now, if I could hit that AA gun, I would. So we can bring in the Stuka. The infantry cannot reach up there. Yeah, we're not able to reach that AA gun unless we can really take out the airplane straight off from this. Let's do this. And this. And now we can bring in these guys. Oh no, I didn't see that. They had to truck to get in there. Okay. That changes things. That means we need the Stuka to attack the infantry over here. We'll bring the M16 up this way. The infantry over here. And then the Tiger has to do its thing. And the M16 will follow up on that. So whatever attack they can do on my truck here, it won't really be that dangerous. These guys will just attack up in the mountains. Coming back down here. Nothing going on in the south. Let's get this scout plane further down here so we can see what's going on. Okay, some of them might want to go down this way. That is a legit path. How afraid am I of enemy artillery? They still have this at 8 strength points, and the M8 is at 7. Artillery will rest, except for these guys. Nice. Alrighty. So we have one Messerschmitt here that can do something. Bring it up as support for the Stuka right here. Okay, what's left? This one is not gonna move. Not gonna move, not gonna move, not gonna move, not gonna move, not gonna move. It's a really solid position down here. I'm just gonna stay put. Hang on, how far does this one go? 1, 2, 3. No, it's this one, yeah. Why can't I see that? The M8, what is the range of that? 1, 2, 3, 4, I think. So I could actually go up here, and nobody can reach this spot. I already did the move though. Alright, let's try that. And that will eliminate these guys. Okay. And then we go for turn 11. Let me just check the chat here. I usually hit the AA with the artillery so that I can Stuka the hell out of the artillery. Yeah, I thought I could get in there with some infantry. I just couldn't. What else we got here? Alright, let's go for turn 11. I'm melting. Let's see if they hit the truck. The artillery goes for the M16 and does no damage. The heavy infantry hits the truck and does 2 damage, so that's fine. And that was a really good way to get rid of the P-38 as well. Back in the south, the US are still having a lot of units moving around. And none of their artillery is in range. He does take the Wolverine in. But it's only at 1 strength point, so that's not really helping. And the reason why he's not attacking is that the calculations are simply too bad for him. I mean, he will just we lose too many strength points. Now I could take out that Liberator with the Messerschmitt. No more enemy planes in the sky right now. Let's start up here. So now we can attack. Let's actually do the artillery attack first, and then this. Do we follow up on that? No, we're driving these guys through. And we're gonna completely surround these guys. And take the town. We don't even need to use the Stuka. Where's the Stuka? Here. No, that's the... where is it? Here it is. I think that's the game. Yeah. So we can just... oh, now we can upgrade. Let's see, is that a tiger? That's a King Tiger. No, that's a 6E. Panzer 6E model. It's just the it's the late Tiger. We can upgrade to the late Tiger. What's the difference? Let's see. This probably has to do with its let's see. Limited awareness, heavy treading. I don't know, why is it better? Anybody can see that? Why is the upgraded Tiger better than... Why is the E model better than the H model? I simply don't see that. Let's see what you guys have to say. Tigers in the desert makes me kind of cringe. I know there were no tigers in real life, but yeah. I think every tank has limited awareness. Yeah, and then heavy treading as well. What does this one have if we just buy it? I can't see that. I have no idea. Reliability. Oh, right, that's the one. It doesn't break down as often. Yeah, that's true. Which is actually like in real life. I think the transmission or something is better. Now we cannot upgrade it now because I don't have the command points, but we can do that between scenarios for the next one. We should upgrade it to the E mod, the late Tiger model, definitely. And we did spare 800 points for the next scenario, which means we are at liberty to get some chrome into the game. Let's see here. Victory. Axis forces have achieved their objectives set out for the first stage of Operation Wüstenkönig. Okay. 4 new specialization points, but I had 0 before, so I'm just out of points. And the Italian only got tank school and flight school, which is pretty irrelevant at this point in the game. I think we're gonna go for the pilot rotation. Or scrambling, one of those two, when I get to 10. Ooh, that's it. Next is Sun Hero, where we're gonna follow up on this attack we had here. German tanks were famously unreliable. Not really, no. But the Panther and the Tiger, the early Tiger, were unreliable. I would like to see a few more Tigers on the hunt streams. Oh, yeah. Well, I'm not sure if there are that many interested in seeing those games, but I do play Advanced Squad Leader myself, so it's really easy for me to get into that game. Congrats on another victory, thank you. Well, I'll just stop the recording. Thank you guys for watching.